Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is Rahul, your filmy bania, and today I'm putting up a podcast in these dark times of COVID 19. And we have been struck by a dual tragedy in India, in the cinema world, by the passing away of screen legend Irfan Khan and Mr. Rishi Kapoor. Today, I would like to dedicate this small podcast as a tribute to the maestro Irfan Khan. Irfan to me was, when it comes to acting, the big hope for a world which was looking for hope when he came into acting. And it is very difficult to put it in words how to salute someone's career which has spanned from doing films like Life of Pi, Jurassic World, Inferno, doing TV shows like In Treatment, Tokyo Trials, to the amazing Spider-Man, to Slumdog Millionaire, to regular masala films like Sunday by Rohit Shetty, to doing TV shows like Banegi Apni Baat, to doing really, amazing roles, loaded with his talent and poise, like The Namesake by Meera Nair, the little part he did in Salaam Bombay. And I would say that so today I would like to talk about in a few words, like how was Irfan different from other actors of his generation. So when he passed away, Twitter was loaded with best wishes. In a limited time of 53 years which he spent on this planet, he did some amazing work for just 53 years. But a lot of people forget that he started his acting when he was just 21 years old. So when he was 21 years old, we're talking about somewhere like 1988 when Salaam Bombay came out. So till 53, he gave almost 31 years of acting. Almost 3 decades of quality work. And it just so happens that people who directed Irfan went on to either they were really big people already, known for their craft, or they started their career with an actor like Irfan and went on to do big things. I would like to point out something from his global cinema choices. So if you look at his movie The Warrior, which was directed by then new filmmaker from UK, Asif Kapadia. Kapadia went on to win the Oscar a few years ago for his documentary on Amy Winehouse called Amy. Also did the biography movie on Ayrton Senna, the race driver. He also tweeted with a lot of pain about Irfan's passing away, that I miss you, Irfan Bhai. And this is what you need to know, that he has done some extraordinary line of work. So what we can learn from Irfan is to choose quality work rather than look at the quality of work rather than the quantity of work. And he did this movie with Nawazuddin Siddiqui, which I highly recommend to you. You should watch. It's directed by a new director, not a new director, but a director who is not known that well, called Amit Kumar. And he made this movie called, I think it's called The Bypass. The Bypass was a 2003 short silent Bollywood film which starred Nawazuddin, Irfan, and one more actor. Now, this was a silent film of just 17 minutes duration in 2003. And it will just tell you, just by its sheer brilliance in this, dead landscape of Rajasthan somewhere in a desert, not a single dialogue is uttered, and it conveys a brutal story in just 17 minutes. And that's where you see the genius of Irfan and also Nawazuddin, who plays a small mugger thief who kills people. And what is important is that this is where Irfan was the master, that whatever roles he did, he brought so much of life into them. Now, a lot has been said about his role in Slumdog Millionaire. That was a great part he had. He brought the brutality of a police officer and the way he looked down on Dev Patel and the whole slum children, like he thought that they belonged to the gutter. And it was so much of conviction there. And then you go on to his... I think I really loved his part in Jurassic World. He's got a reasonable part. He plays the owner of Jurassic Park. I mean, we all grew up with Jurassic Park thinking it's owned by John Hammond, played by the legendary, Richard Attenborough, who made Gandhi as well. Now that ownership will pass on to an Indian or somebody from Southeast Asian descent. And Irfan looks every bit the billionaire who owns a park. the Jurassic Park, and I think this is what was amazing about him. And he convinced people through his work and actions that he is that owner. And similarly, he would straddle across in local action flicks. One of his fine films, which I really like, was a movie he did with Sudhir Mishra called Ye Sali Zindagi, which is basically about a heist, about like a murder thing in amongst a gang in Gurgaon, and directed by Sudhir Mishra. And I mean, it's a simple masala flick, but he shines in that. He's like a guy who's madly in love with this character played by Chitrangada Singh, and he went out and he did that. Just fantastic. And again, going back to his 1980s, when he did Salaam Bombay, he did a movie called Ek Doctor Ki Maut, which was again a very fine film, and he was really very well placed in that. And I think that needs to be and then he also did Kamla Ki Maut. So he did Ek Doctor Ki Maut as well as Kamla Ki Maut, and another movie called Such a Long Journey, which was directed by Sturla Gunnarsson, which had Roshan Seth, Om Puri, Nasiruddin Shah, about this Parsi family in Bombay. So I would say that he has tried everything. He has played a Parsi, he has played Sardarji, he has played, played a provost in Inferno, scheming guy, and there is no mention of his nationality, but he looks quite amazing in that. And then he has done TV shows. So I think everywhere, even in a small video, what he did with AIB, I think that music video, I forgot the name, the Every Movie Song, I think that's what it's called, in which he wears that Pakistani women's, he's wearing that thing on his head and he's saying, ye big gayi hai government big gayi hai. So, he had done viral videos and all of this, and that's what is really, really, painful to see, that he left this world so early. Yesterday, Rajiv Masand was speaking to Meera Nair on television, and she said that the legendary Alejandro Iñárritu, who made Birdman and The Revenant, Oscar-winning guy, multiple Oscar-winning guy, he was planning to make a movie in India, and he wanted to cast Irfan, but because he was unwell, he was under treatment for last 2.5 years for his disease, and he couldn't take him. So give or take, if he was given 4 or 5 years more, I would say he would have won the Oscar for India. And every part he played, he was that guy. Even that silly little film he did called Sahab Bibi Aur Gangster Part 3 for his old-time collaborator Tigmanshu Dhulia, and he also did a movie. Actually, with Dhulia, he did 3 superb films before that. He did Hasil, which according to me, his best Hindi film till date. Was really raw in that, very young. And then he did Pan Singh Tomar with him. And I think these 2 or 3, I don't remember exactly. And this third one was Sahab Bibi Aur Gangster Part 3. So I think he had built that. And his tall, lanky frame would fill the screen with emotions. And Life in a Metro was another nice film. And he was the craft guy. He would get into pure acting, and he was the guy who was from NSD, came from a very small town, from a really poor background, and from there he built on in just an early age of 50 to 53 global prominence. I mean, I've never seen Hollywood loaded with so many condolence messages across Twitter from all legends you can think of on his passing away, including Tom Hanks, all these people. So we are talking about a screen legend who was a global treasure as well as a global asset. And really, we at Filmy Baniya are really, really sad at Irfan's passing away. But his work is all there on Amazon Prime, on Netflix. You can watch all his films. But I would highly recommend you watch The Bypass by Amit Kumar on YouTube. It's a great film. Our deepest condolences to Mrs. Irfan Khan, Ms. Shweta Sikdar, and his sons Ayan and Babil from the Filmy Baniya team. And Irfan sir, we will miss you a lot. You were an icon for a generation. Many thanks.